Hello, hello, hello. It is Mimosa Monday, brought to you by Boymom, apparel for raising boys. So I am trying to go back and find our lovely Mimosa Monday comments. We had a lot of questions in here for some chitty chatty, pitty patty. Hello, hello. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Hello, Sherry and Carrie. Hey, Jody. Brianna from Utah. Andrea's here. Hello. Oh, it was a long Monday. What do we say? The Mondayest of Mondays? Hey, Michelle. I saw a lot of comments. About it being a long Monday and starting early. And that's okay if you've started early. I understand your need to start early. Yes. Hello. Heidi's here. Okay, so we were just talking about this one because everybody in the feed last week was talking about adding a bunch of different sport shirts because they were talking about the cheer shirts for the girl mom and hockey shirts and baseball for boy mom. And so they did add this new boy mom baseball tank. And with the promo code that's in there, with the 70% off promo code, you can grab this for like $11.79, I think. But it's ridiculously inexpensive, and it's one of those really nice, super soft Bella tanks, and I really, really like it. And so you can head over later when we're not in the middle of Mimosa Monday. And it was a crazy long Monday, was it not, Kim? Yes, it was a long one. Oh yes, Alicia said she had her drink ready to go in hand. Yes, longest, very long one. But you can, cheers, you can head over there when we're done, and you can check out all of the new sports-inspired, tilt the camera up. Oh. Tilt the camera up, they say. There we go. Is that better? We had one in T-ball, but he switched over to wrestling, and I have one in piano, and I have one gymnast at the moment. And they're allowed to do one thing at a time. MOMosa Mondays. There you go, Lisa. They're allowed to do one thing at a time because there's only one of me to show for them around, and there's only one business manager, and we're outnumbered. Yes, Heidi, you should check it out, and there is the promo code is right up there, MER70, and you can go check out all of the new ones. No, it shouldn't be any more. We should be good now. Bad lighting? I don't know. It's the same lighting we always have. Is it dark in here tonight? I can try to... Alexa, turn on the lamp. Maybe that helps. I don't know. Did I just turn on your Alexa? So it is Mimosa Monday. And so we had a very interesting day over on the blog. That's better. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't think about that. We had a very interesting day over on the blog, and we talked about married sex. After you've had children, which also is a whole different kind of sex, right? Because you get married and things change a bit, and then you have kids and things change a lot. And so that was today's post, was talking about the different kinds of married sex that we have after children. So it is very, very interesting. Everybody's, let me see. There we go. I don't know if that helps or doesn't help, but that's all we got. That's all Facebook will offer me in terms of brightness. Okay, there we go. So it was fun on there, and we had a lot of really great comments and questions in there. And so I would have to say, if communication is key in terms of having a healthy relationship, you also have to make sure that oh, yes, it pertains to children in general, Kim. So you have to make sure that you are also keeping up on the other side, because you're not roommates. your spouses. So you got to keep the love alive in there, right? Kids change everything. That's right. Look, Tamara and Terry understand. Yes. Yes. Always have to listen for, what did I call that one? The doorknob, turn of the doorknob sex. You have to listen for that, which is why you lock your doors. Lock your doors, people, lock your doors. That is correct. Yes. Amanda understands. Look at that. Whoa. No, my kids are in bed. Wasn't my daughter. I don't know if we're hearing children, that's a problem, because I've put mine to bed and they need to stay there. Hello, Darla from Long Beach. So we had a couple of questions that one, then we'll bounce back over there. Keep the kids out of that room. There you go, Emily. We had a couple of questions that I actually printed out because these were emailed in. Yes, you have to fill each other's love tank. I like that, Bridget. Okay, so we have a question from a mimosa, and this one, I really got this question big time. It says, this is a deeply personal question, but how many of you feel like you're behind your contemporaries? You feel like the people in your life are way ahead of you in achievements and life goals, and that you're lagging behind. She says, I feel this way. I don't think I'm alone, and I'm wanting to write about it, but I wanted to hear what other people thought first. Like, I'll be 40 in 2 years, but for where I am in my life, sometimes I feel like I shouldn't be older than 25. It's like I just move slower than the people around me. Does anyone else feel that way? Now, I can absolutely relate to this mimosa 1,000,000,000%. It's why I wrote the book, Scoop the Poop. It's why I talked. Yes, go, Carrie Ann, the children go to bed. It's exactly how I felt. I felt like I was lost and I wasn't getting ahead and I was sinking in the mud. And so I don't think that you're alone at all in feeling this way. And I think a lot of times in our minds, we're basically almost stuck at in that early 20s for a while, trying to get things figured out. But then we wake up and we realize, crap, I'm going to be 37 this year. Have I done the things that I want to do? Am I where I'm supposed to be? Is all of this exactly what I'm supposed to be doing? Look at everybody in here. Misty, yes. Laura, yes. Athena, yes. Amanda completely agrees with it, gets it 100%. Yes, yes, yes. So this mimosa is absolutely not alone. Look at Heather, yes. And we were actually talking about imposter syndrome Friday morning, and it is a real thing. It is something that I think we just, okay, keeping up with the Joneses, Sarah said yes. And so, as Brian just said, you don't want to compare yourself, but at the same time, I get why you're feeling this way. We feel lost. We feel like we're behind the curve, that we can't get everything done. I'm sure that I'm like ADD to the bajillionth. I am all over the place. The business manager is actually mad at me right at this moment because I cannot keep all of my things together. I cannot keep things straight. And it's very frustrating, but sometimes I'm so scatterbrained. And I know that we've called it mom brain and we've called it other things, but I think that it's really tough and we have to learn how to be okay right where we are. Of course, Scott, welcome. We have to be okay right where we are in our skin and in the spot that we are in our lives, but we have to find ourselves in order to do that. And that's difficult. And so when this mimosa wrote to me, I completely knew what she was feeling because I have been, and I'm just trying to figure out kind of how to maneuver out of that spot in terms of knowing, having a purpose and goals and being where I need to be. And so that's a big deal. And Becky says, I think our goals change and we evolve as we age, priorities shift, all of that. Absolutely. Yes. But we have to know who we are. And even though you're my age, you're 37, 38, so, so what? We need to figure things out. It has, that the age in that respect doesn't matter. We have to figure out who we are. That's a big deal. That's a big, big deal. So you're not alone. Write about it. It's super therapeutic. Focus on your goals, focus on your dreams, focus on where you want to be, and write. The book for me was therapeutic, and that's why it was so important to me when we launched the book, because I wanted other women to know they weren't alone. Yeah. Karina, I feel your fog. The name of the book, Lauren, is Scoop the Poop. And that's what we got. And I just realized you got to keep scooping. You got to keep scooping. And there are definitely days where it sucks a bunch. Candace, find your passion and your purpose. All right. This question also hits close to home, but that's because of, well, you'll hear this kitchen situation. Okay, question 1. When making the agreement and person 1 cooks and person 2 cleans up, what does that actually mean? A, person 1 cooks then cleans the kitchen and person 2 washes the dishes, or B, person 1 cooks and person 2 cleans and washes the dishes. So what they're asking is cleaning up the kitchen and washing the dishes 2 totally different things, which leads me to believe that somebody is in there cooking, cleaning up after themselves, and then leaving a few dishes at the end, which is what I do most of the time. And then most of the time, I mean, like tonight, the business manager cleaned up in terms of he did the few dishes that were left after I had already cooked and pre-cleaned and then gotten things in. But what the business manager fails to do is he never goes back and cleans the counters off or the stove or anything like that, which would encompass actually cleaning up the kitchen. Now, I didn't say anything about it. I just went back and cleaned it and whatever, because I was happy that he loaded the dishwasher. So that I learned from last week's session, that I learned to just be happy because he helped and not tell him he did it wrong. So everybody is saying the correct answer is B. You should clean up and wash the dishes, but that is not everybody's reality. Question 2. When cooking a meal for people, do you A, clean everything as you cook, making sure absolutely everything you got out is away, no dishes are created, and still get the meal cooked? B, do your best to put away things as you go, but sometimes stuff gets left behind. Or C, trash the entire kitchen, leaving it all out. So obviously this person is having an issue with somebody who is trashing her kitchen and not putting things away or cleaning things up. I'm just taking a hint from this that there are some issues here in her kitchen. And I feel ya. Although at my house, nobody's really expecting me to cook anything. Tonight I cooked dinner, but it's normally very fast, and it's not gourmet to any extent. But I do, Tessa, I feel ya. I spend my life cleaning, doing dishes. I didn't. No, Andrea, he did it, and I was happy. I didn't tell him he did it wrong. Yes. And Amanda, I mostly did that. I mostly had everything cleaned up before we sat down, and there were only a few dishes. But some people are very messy cookers, and they leave a big disastrous mess. Uncle Eric, if you're out there, he is a disaster in the kitchen. Great cook, leaves a huge stinking mess, which I happily clean up because he's a great cook. Okay, moving on. Let's pull some questions from the thread. Oh, well, let's see. Who cares? I don't know, Trisha. I care just because it's always more work after the fact, you know? It's just there's always something to do. There's always something to do. That's, I think, what the problem is. All right, so let's see. Oh, Taylor, there were a couple of people that asked this question here tonight. How do you deal with other people trying to help parent your kids, even if those people don't have kids themselves? Or dealing with people that tell you what you need to do with your kids when it comes to discipline, and you know they don't have any children. Well, that's a toughie. I have had people tell me, while walking a dog one time, I had somebody stop and let me know that she had her poodle trained to do specifically the things she needed to have her poodle do, and that if I worked really hard, I could also train my children. And I said, well, how many children do you have? And she says, well, I don't have any children, but my poodle does exactly what I ask him to. So if you worked really hard, you could train your children to do the same, and they wouldn't be running out into the street. And I thought, oh, wow. So if I work really, really hard, I could train my children to be poodles. Oh, good. I was super worried. Mandy says, ignore those people. Andrea wants to resort directly to violence and throat punch people. Ashley says, nah, just tell them to shut up. No, here's the thing. I think you have to just kind of bite your tongue and move along. But it is tough, especially when you know they don't have any kids and they're just telling you what they think you should do. Because I remember not having kids and thinking that I knew exactly what I was going to do and say when I was going to raise my kids. Oh, I would never let my kids do that, or I would totally do that. And then you have a bunch of kids, and then you're like, oh God, this is so hard. I just want to nap all the time, and I wish that everybody would leave me alone. And then they don't, because you have a boatload of kids. So I think you kind of have to bite your tongue on that, because it is tough. And when you don't have kids, you really don't understand exactly what's going on unless you work with children on a daily basis, and like legitimately, like public school teachers, like kindergarten teachers that have like 30 kids at a time, they might have a clue in as to what's going on, because they are with those children all the time. So I'm going to say that they like it. Like if my son's teacher told me something, I would definitely listen in, because it's like, you're a legit profesh, okay? Like you definitely have something to say. The lady who told me to train my children like poodles, I'm going to have to take a pass on that advice. That's all I'm saying. So I think it is tough. It is tough because you have to bite your tongue and not throat punch people and not get nasty and snarky with people. But it is tough, especially when you're in the produce section of the grocery store and your kids are WWE fighting and the people across the way are looking at you like, are you going to handle that? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to let them finish fighting because somebody has to win. Seriously. Okay. So let's see. Don't forget, tonight's show is brought to you by Boymom, apparel for raising boys, and we do have a 70% promo code, so if you do have some baseball-loving boys, you can snag this for $11.79, 70% off. Code is MER70, www.boymomdesigns.com, and you know we love Boymom. Okay, so if you haven't heard, the community was nominated for the Today's Parenting Choice Award for Blogger of the Year, and That's Inappropriate is on the ballot. And so if you've not voted, we will put it in the feed, and when we're done here, you can head over and vote for the community. And it just makes me so happy because the community is getting out there. We've got so many new moms and dads and parents coming to the page. The fact that we sit here and we talk about real parenting, we talk about the messy, we talk about the joy, we talk about everything that goes into this. And we have, some wine or whatever, have a tea, I don't care what you're drinking. We're talking about real legit parenting here. This community is growing, and that makes me so, so, so excited. And so if you want to, you can head over and you can vote. And it has my name first. It says Meredith Masony, and then it says That's Inappropriate. So if you get confused, because somebody did bring that to my attention, everything else is under the blog first. Mine is my name and then the blog. So you can, I don't know if the business manager put the link in, but when we're done, please head over and vote. I see a bunch of you. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Erin. Have already voted for the community. Thank you so much, Katie. And so it means the world to me, and just I'm so excited to see this community grow. I mean, when I think back of how much we've grown since May of last year, next week it'll be a year since this community just really has just taken off like a shot, and it's just been so exciting. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And so if you want to vote, you can vote. But it's just been so fantastic. So I want to say thank you. It makes me really, really, really happy. So let's see what other questions we have in here tonight. Oh, don't get me started on homework. Somebody's going off in here about homework. We had a homework meltdown today. I had one child that didn't have homework because they had testing, 2 children that had homework, and both of those children threw a coup and did not want to participate in said homework. And so we had to have a serious conference and sit down at this table and get things done because, geez Louise, bedtime help needed. 8-year-old will not go to bed without me in her room with her. How do I break her of this? My living room is literally feet away, and she wants me to be in there with her. That is tough. Bedtime is always tough. And if they want you to stay in the room with you, it is really, really tough. So I would advise maybe sitting in there for a minute or two and then kind of exiting out the room so that you can kind of, you know, make your way, go in there for whatever reason. Maybe she's scared of the dark or having some issue like that. Go in there, comfort her, and then exit out and even give a shout from the living room. I'm still right here. I love you, but it's bedtime. Gonna go to bed now. Give her one of those. But I know I had that. We have that with my youngest who still really wants somebody in the room with him when he goes to bed. So it is tough, but we've started sending him in there first. Hold your ground, Erica says. We've sent them in there first to kind of be like, nope, you got to do this, and then we'll check on you. We'll check on you. Be consistent, Ashley says. We'll check on you. We'll check on you. That's what we say. Because it's tough. And you don't want to be in there when you're you know, when it's bedtime. It's like, you gotta go to bed. It's my time now. I gotta get some things done. Whether it's laundry or sitting on the TV and Netflixing or doing whatever you're gonna do, that's your time now. Nightlight and radio, Andrea says. Heidi's facing the same problem right now. Let them cry it out. Now, if she's 8, she's probably not doing that, but younger kids, definitely. I did the cry it out with mine. And so, let's see. My oldest daughter... Oh no, emergency dentist tonight. I'm sorry. Yeah. So that's what I would say. I would say, you know, I'll check on you, go in and do that, and then, but you got to stand your ground because bedtime is bedtime. We all got to go to bed, right? How many of us want to be put to bed? Show of hands. Who wants to be put to bed every night? Right? Like, it's my turn. Please put me to bed right now. Cart me off. Okay, so Tessa asks, well, Carolyn says, is 4:30 too early for gin and tonic? Her husband is leaving for a business trip. Carolyn, we will be thinking of you. What is it that we did the other night? The mockingbird or whatever? We're with you, okay? Tessa wants to know, let's talk about keeping the spark in your marriage alive after kids. The overall desire to be with each other. Do you have a desire to be with me? Business manager. Do you have a desire to be with me? He's mad at me tonight, so he gave me one of these. Yes. He does not have any desire right now. He's angry with me because I'm an unorganized mess, and I'm sorry for that. But yes, you do have to, I think you do, outside of being intimate with one another, you have to actually want to be in the same room with your spouse and not visualize hitting them with a 2x4 across the face. Now, like I've said time and again, it's okay to visualize that you're smacking your husband with the 2x4. Don't cross that line and do it, okay? Don't cross the line, but I'm saying if that relieves some stress for you, maybe that's okay. Oh, the answer is always yes. Yeah, okay. So apparently, he's mad. No, he's not mad that I caught him eating chocolate. He's mad at me. he's mad at me because I'm an unorganized disaster pants. That's why he's mad at me. Yes, yes. So I think that in terms of marriage, love and marriage, Jordan, you feel that every day with your spouse. That is true love, Kim. If you want to take a 2x4 to your spouse's face, you really, really love them. Don't do it, but that shows you, that shows, frying pan, sure, Megan, sure. But that just shows you, yes, okay, you've lost 5 pounds. I am proud of you for losing 5 pounds. Taco Bell is not a diet plan. At no point, I can guarantee you we're not going to find anything out there that states Taco Bell is a diet plan. Okay? It's not. Yes, Bridget, this is the Hot Mess Express. Get your tickets and get on board because that's all we got, okay? But yeah, I am, Amy. Hashtag disaster pants. Hashtag complete and utter mess. Yes. Yeah, I am. I just am. I know. It's amazing that he's lost weight, but I'm not telling him that it's okay for his diet plan to be snacking at Taco Bell. Okay? I didn't do anything, Jordan. I'm just a little bit of a disaster. That's all. So yes. So it is. I think love and marriage, communication is key. Keeping the spark alive. We had some really great. If you did not read today's post, when we're done here, you have to do a couple of things. You need to read today's post. Go to the blog and read today's post. It's right there on the Facebook feed. You need to read the thread from that Facebook feed because that thread is awesome. There are some stories in there of various quickies where people be doing things. It is a fantastic thread. I was literally dying reading this thread. It was so great. And then you can go and you can vote for the community if you want to do that. Don't talk to people about what my desktop looks like. You're crossing a line. My desktop has for sure been double grokked. But yes, you need to have a spark. Don't you dare send a picture of my desktop. Don't you dare. No, there'll be none of that. You cannot see how I work. No. It's a disaster. It is such a disaster. Thank you, Ashley. But it is, you have to read that post. You have to read that Facebook feed. Oh my gosh, everybody in there, I was loving it. I was rolling. It was a fantastic feed. But any hoozle McToozle, the point is, just stop talking about my desktop. That seems intimate. I'll tell you guys that I pee my pants, but I don't want you to see my desktop. There is something wrong with me. Okay, so point being, marriage takes a lot of work. It is not something you enter into lightly because I have to tell you, there are days you totally want to hit your spouse. You totally want to hit your spouse with a frying pan or a baseball bat or a 2x4, but you don't because you know that you'll go to jail, and I don't want to drink toilet wine. I like $10 Prosecco, okay? Because I'm classy like that. Yeah, I'm just saying. So read the post, vote for the Today Parenting Blog Award. Vote for That's Inappropriate. Don't show anybody my desktop. No, there will be no desktop shaming here. Dawn has said it. There will be no desktop shaming here. And then when you are done with all of that, you're going to head over to www.boymomdesigns.com and you're going to check out all of the new designs, and you're going to use promo code MER70 because this sweet tank is only $11.79 right now, and all of the other shirts with that. And there's no Wi-Fi in jail. Is that true? Is there no Wi-Fi in jail? You probably can't have phones, huh? I don't know. On Orange is the New Black, they have a toilet phone. You get toilet wine. You get a toilet phone. I don't think I would fare well in prison, though, if we're saying. I don't think you can vote every day, but if we're being honest, I read the post and there weren't specifics. It just said vote, and so I voted the one time. I don't know, but you can read it and you can take a look at it. But yeah, no, I don't think prison would do me any favors. You know, I like Wi-Fi. I like $10 Prosecco. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. Oh, Rachel, welcome. No phones, man. All right. Yeah, well, if you want this shirt, head over and scoop it up. It's on, get it with your 70% off. There we go. I have used the code 3 times, Carrie said. Yes, keep using it up. They love us over here. It's cool. Use that coupon. Pamela says, I love that your first concern about prison is the lack of wine. Well, let's be honest, okay? I am concerned about the lack of wine. I am concerned about the lack of a smartphone with proper Wi-Fi, okay? I definitely don't want to have to partner up. No prison. No prison for me, okay? You can have TV but no phone. No, I'm not concerned with the TV. I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't need that. I would really... No screaming kids in jail. No, but they're screaming inmates. I don't want any of this. Where did we go to tonight? We derailed. I don't know what we're doing. Yeah, we've derailed. Yeah, it's a disaster. Jillian's so busy. Jillian says, I'm so late. What happened? Jillian's sister is getting married, and she's been so busy with planning this wedding. It's going to be fantastic, by the way. Yeah. Oh, Dawn, I'm not... Jail... Dawn says jail sounds like a vacation. No, I don't think that's how it works. No. Nope. All right, so... You get 3 meals a day and you don't have to cook. And you get to sleep all you want. Look at... I don't know why we're painting prison to be such a nice... I think it's a punishment. All right. So, make sure to click the link in here. And no, we're not talking about the messy desktop. Make sure to click the link, vote, head over to boymomdesigns.com. Check out the new shirts and all the new gear they have with promo code MER70. Make sure to read today's post on Facebook about types of sex married people have after children, married people. And read that comment thread because it's hysterical. And then per the usual, we will, tomorrow we will be popping in with Boymom in the morning. So we will be live at 10 a.m. Eastern, and you can check out some of their new stuff as well. And so you guys, as always, have an absolutely fantastic Monday. We have made it. We have survived Monday. Good on us. And now I will go finish my fight with the business manager. And we'll see. There's no winning, by the way, in marriage. It's just compromise. Okay? It's just compromise. But I'm going to have to go win this fight. All right. You guys have an absolutely fantastic night, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.